Welcome back, Flog members, to this next episode rendition of Talking It Out. We are not with the commish today. We are with myself, who, despite coming off a win, I'm still down pretty horrendous. I'm sitting here with the two stepchildren, one who might be a little more down horrendous, but neither of which are doing too well. How are you guys feeling heading coming out of week 7, heading into week 8?
I
Coming
mean,
out of week 8, heading into week 9. That's where we're at.
I mean, losing your quarterback in the first half of the Sunday games kind of set the tone for the rest of the day for me. And of course, my tight end's the only tight end that doesn't score on tight end day, apparently. So, uh, but I mean, it is what it is. Tyler's team is a juggernaut, as we can tell. Um, just that the quarterback alone went nuts for once, which was nice to see. Then looking and realizing that I'm playing against Hurts, I was like, well, that was short lived, and all the nice feelings about Hurts this week.
Yeah.
But looking forward to this week against Daddy Doubles. Halu Unagi starts on Thursday.
Oh, he said bounce back season.
It'll be interesting.
Yo, he said that in like 2 minutes into the thing, so it's already done. It's
Yep.
finished.
He brought it. His whole JL's whole demeanor changed too. He turned that frown right upside down.
Oh yeah.
I'm already
Zach,
planning.
we'll
I'm
pray
already
for you,
planning for 2025. I'm already done with this season after
man.
losing the Friday now. Like goals ahead. And I think I play Tyler this upcoming week. So yeah, that's an automatic L. So
I tried my
hey,
best.
Tyler, congrats by the way. Just want to get that in
Whoa,
there.
Speaking of
whoa.
that, so we walk into the bear house and we see the sign that says congrats. Then Mrs. Bear shows up and she's like, "What's this mean?" She's like, "Oh, usually the person that says it means that the other person's gonna win." She walks over to me and on Tyler's behalf and gives me a handshake and says congrats. I'm like, "Oh, great. Here we go." Oh, everybody was dead. We're like, "Well," I'm like, "There goes my day."
It was over from then.
Oh
From then
yeah.
on.
I was like, "Oh boy."
Yeah, I missed you guys dearly, but John, after getting smacked around by you the week previous, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to watch football on Sunday. So Steph and I forgot we had these plans, but then I was really glad because I think it worked into my strategy well. But we went to the Renaissance Fair. So while I was playing a medieval person bouncing around the hills of Pennsylvania, football was happening, and I finished Sunday with a flog win, another fantasy football win, and the Birds won huge. So I don't know. Maybe I might just have to disappear on Sundays more often because something went my way this week. I'm here for it. So I thought it was really interesting about the tight ends this week. You know, we were talking about the whole parlay thing, and yeah, I think we all felt a little foolish. Like, damn, like we really all slept on the tight ends up until this point. There has to be an NFL script. There has to be. But I was laughing specifically later on in the evening when that morning Eric had stopped by the house before the Bears, and he was like, why are you like, how do you have Cade Otton? I think he really wanted Cade Otton. And then I was like, yeah, he's gonna eat. And he ate. Boy ate. So it was fun. Tight end week is definitely a holiday in the NFL, that's for sure. That's for sure.
It was cool to see. I mean, his last two games now have been 24.6 and 14. In his last three games, he has three touchdowns. So
Yeah,
Baker,
dude.
Baker's
Yeah,
definitely feeding him with
absolutely.
Evans out and Godwin out for the season.
I might have to ride that. Like tight end, I feel like if you find a hot hand, ride with it. But I mean, especially just given the circumstances of that team right now, game script's going to go his way. So I like it. I dropped Jake Ferg. I liked it so much. I dropped the tight end I drafted. But
It's all right. The quarterback I drafted now got benched today. So shout
did
out
you
to
draft that? Oh, dude,
shout
that
out to Anthony Richardson for that.
that's
It's wild. I mean, didn't he bench himself or
he
something
he
on
did.
Sunday?
This is unprecedented. Like I don't. It is for. everybody said it at this point, so what I'm about to say is not original, but it really is true. Like, you're the leader of the team, the face of the franchise, right? Like, I just imagine if, like, when Jalen Hurts, all the bad games he's had, if one of those days he was just like, take me out. Like, I just, he gets rocked from a hit and he just gets up and he's like, Coach, take me out. Like, we would riot. We would riot. Turtle, how has Tony Rich been from a fantasy perspective? I know you hadn't played him every week, but like,
Well, I haven't had him in a while, Freddie. So
but you drafted him, right?
I drafted him. He did well the first week, and then
Yeah.
he was like not well the second week, and then I picked up Daniels like week 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric for dropping him originally. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, Jaden Daniels is a real deal. He's going to be a problem for years to come for the Eagles and whoever he's playing in fantasy. Because I don't know. I was actually thinking about that today. Being that I have C.J. Stroud, I'm pretty much riding with Jared Goff at this point. Because anyway, I feel like a C.J. Stroud drop off was discussed coming into this year by a lot of people, and I really didn't buy it. The injuries don't help, but I think even before then, it wasn't like what was expected.
Mhm.
So anyway, Jaden Daniels is killing it out there, and I'll be excited to see how he grows and develops. And I mean, I know CJ Stroud, his story's not done either, that's for sure. But
that was one of the only reasons I was really even more excited about the Hail Mary play was because I was just like, I need to catch up to Freddie, and this is 6 more points. Help me.
Dude, I like at one point I checked my phone because I didn't have pockets in my like costume I was wearing. So I was like checking my phone sparsely. So like at one point I checked it, I was like, wait, what does that score say? And it was just way closer than I had. Oh, I think it was actually on the way home when the that last game was happening. Because we got home late, called the tail end of it. Because yeah, we were texting each other a little bit, and I was scared to death. I was like, who was it? Who did you have playing late?
I had Debo, and you were worried about Debo, and I was like,
You had
"Oh,
Debo. That's what it
nothing's
was.
happening."
Yeah, but
Also,
anyway, it's not fun.
if
It's not fun doing that.
we talked about this off camera real quick, but if I stuck with Bo Nix, it might have gone a little bit more closer my way. But
Your boy Bo.
hard
Your
choice
boy Bo.
at 4 o'clock. I didn't think Daniels was gonna play. He didn't actually play that well, and I had the Bears defense and Washington's defense, so I was like, which one do I play?
Oh,
But yeah, maybe next time. Well, no, because I'm playing Tyler, so maybe the week after that.
maybe the week after that. Yeah, I got JT coming up, and I'm certainly not feeling very optimistic. Anytime somebody high scores, who knows? Who knows? JT, maybe I'll catch you. Maybe I'll catch you on the low bounce. By the way, everybody, clearly we don't have slides, so we're just kind of rolling with a little free flowing conversation.
Do you guys have any standouts from not your own team from this past week? A little bit of studs and duds on the quick version.
Which one you just mentioned? Jalen Hurts. I mean, 4 touchdowns accounted for. Love that because the Birds quarterback, obviously. But man, anytime you get a quarterback snapping like that, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I love that for him. Kyle Pitts. I actually am just looking at Kyle Pitts' stat line when I opened up Tyler's team there for the first time. Talk about tight end day.
Yeah, Mr.
Sam Hurts. I mean, it didn't help that obviously Jordan Love got hurt, so it kind of affected Jaden Reed. But yeah.
Tough one.
We mentioned Kate Otten too for you, Freddie, but that was a big one. Just thinking,
Eric. I'll throw a little honorable mention out for Calvin Ridley because Eric's picking up my sloppy seconds out of the out of the waiver wire there Sunday morning. Sunday morning sloppies. The plug and play of Calvin Ridley. And I think like the last 2 times I played him, he went like 1 for 8 and then like 2 for 9 or something like that. Like he was getting peppered with targets and just
0 for 8, 0 for 8, and 3 for 9.
What? Say it again.
0 for 8 and 3 for 9. And then the last game was 10 out of 15.
Yeah. So, I mean, I knew he'd come around, but like I couldn't afford to be taking them risks like that. I feel a lot better about my bench depth after seeing Keon Coleman kind of step into it now. And man, Ladd McConkey had his breakout game, and I was really bummed that I think I panic benched him. I was like, no, I don't know about this yet. And I went with friggin' JSN, who I don't know what I was thinking, but
they're so hit or miss out in Seattle. I mean, they also went up against the Bills, so their defense is always going to be good. But Seattle's just been hit or miss. I mean, Geno's leading the league in passing yards. I saw that today, but none of his receivers are in the top 5 for receiving, which is crazy.
That's a wild stat. He's leading in passing yards, but none of them are in the top 5 of receiving.
Yeah, I think that's
crazy. That's a good little nugget there.
Yeah. I also want to shout out my former kicker that I traded to Zach Schwint, Mr. Austin Scharbert, who got 12 points and may have been the deciding factor for Zach Schwint winning. But he's not the number 1 kicker anymore. So I did find this out now. Chris Boswell is now number 1 kicker that Eric has. So Eric, maybe you should make a trade with your number 1 kicker.
I got Cameron Dicker. He's on the block. If anybody wants a good middle of the road leg,
got to be top notch. You can't do this.
I got a fun fact about Cameron Dicker. So my coworker's buddy is the Eagles kicking coach, and he's the one that signed him when Elliott got hurt.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's so funny. That's so funny. What else we got? What anyone have any dud call outs?
Amari Cooper. I mean, unless he got hurt, but he was
I don't think he did get hurt.
Yards.
Yeah, either one.
I don't think he was hurt.
Yeah. Damn, John, Brock Bowers really did you dirty on tight end day.
He did. I mean, he got points. I mean, 8.3 has been like average for him, but like at the same time, I'm like, damn, Mark Andrews got a touchdown for once. I mean, yeah. Actually, 8.3 is a little low. I mean, he's had 8.3, 4.1, 5.6, and 8.8, but like other than that, he's been solid. So I can't complain too much. I mean, he's getting the targets unlike Mark Andrews has been because he's got Likely with him. So
that's true.
Kind of on his own.
That's true. Let's see where the league's at. Let's see where we're at right now. As we hit midway through the season here, 2 clear front runners in both divisions. JT and Tyler are both, I don't know, borderline running away with it. Tyler more so than JT. But your guys' division here, Eric definitely slid. Turtle, I know you're not feeling optimistic, but you're right there still.
Yeah.
John and Zeeves get caught sleeping. You never know.
Hopefully not, but yeah.
I'm trying to make a run. I'm trying to claw my way back in. Made a big trade. There's some big names around. I like how it worked out. I would have loved to seen Cooper Kupp go to the Chiefs, but I was thinking about it today too. I was like, man, I would have loved to see him go to the Ravens. And then I was kind of glad he didn't because I don't know. I guess if I have a wide receiver, I'd rather have Matt Stafford throw into him than Lamar.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the Ravens did just get Deontay Johnson, which is kind of a surprise from Pittsburgh, considering Pittsburgh.
Well, that's what triggered that thought process.
Yeah.
Which
that's true. That's like division rival.
Which
no, wait, Deontay Johnson didn't he go to the Panthers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at the Panthers. Yeah, he was the one that left the Steelers for the Panthers. Yeah. Never mind.
Pretty sure he's been disgruntled there though.
I
Turtle, what were you about to say?
I was just gonna say, as a Zay Flowers owner, I am not a fan of the recent trade, but
and Mike takes some heat off of him though.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, who knows?
Lamar's different every week, so obviously Matt's happy about him doing whatever he does.
Matt was living and dying by Lamar on Sunday. It was kind of interesting at times. They'd show a Lamar highlight, and then they'd be like, "Oh, man, he did this," and Matt's like,
just constant back and forth.
He's ready to get rid of him like on the spot. It was kind of funny.
Hey, I said a lot of things last time I was on here in week 1, but I don't know. I'm not a Lamar guy. I love the dude. I don't want him QB in my fantasy team.
Yeah.
But Matt was I love Matt's team name. I just think it's so funny, but because he's definitely shouting CD's nuts after how his team played this week.
So
I mean,
I have CD in my other league, and like he did nothing the first 3 quarters. Like Dallas was terrible.
Yeah?
Their offense was terrible. Dak had 2 interceptions. Like it looked grim. And I obviously didn't watch it because I didn't want to curse Debo. Obviously, it didn't happen. But then I looked at the night. I was like, how does CeeDee Lamb have 13 receptions for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns? Like,
damn, so that all came at the end of the game?
Yeah, his 2 touchdowns definitely came in the fourth quarter. So,
whoa. Yeah, it is nuts. So, what do we have? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just want to ask, what do you two have planned this week? Because we got Freddie's birthday this week as well, coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing anything fun?
No, just hanging out here at the crib, Halloween night. I think I might take Friday off. And Steph and I are actually going to go to Ocean City for the night.
Nice.
Just to I don't know, some fresh salt air. And I don't know what I'm doing. I want to I'll put it out here right now for us and everybody. But I would love to just go somewhere and just text a bunch of people yo, drinks here on Saturday night. So I don't know where that'll be.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I'll throw it out there. What's up, Turtle?
Speaking of, I want to mention before I forget, I will be home in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Wednesday the 13th, trying to do a wing night at the Pick again.
Okay.
So everybody let me know so I can get numbers, but
it's been in my calendar, I think, since you mentioned it the first time. I'm looking at my calendar right now. It's all it is on that day is Pick night.
I feel, Freddie, you know this because we've been both gone before, but now all these things and parties are happening, and I'm like, man, I feel so I'm not there. So,
I know. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm highly, highly overwhelmed by trying to be everywhere at once.
Instead of being I'm 5 hours away, can't really do that.
Yeah.
There are a couple times where Steph and I'll just be just sitting there on the couch, just be like, why do we come back again? No, totally a joke. It's good. It's been great. I mean, this is a big part of why we did it, is to be able to spend the time and stuff.
Yeah.
And other opportunities and such too. But yeah. No, that sounds good. Heard it here, everybody. Wing night at the Pick on the 13th. And I don't know. TBD on Saturday night if y'all are around.
What's going on, man?
What's up for next week? What's up for matchups and stuff next week? Let's dive
in.
Let's check out the lineup. I forgot to set it, so who knows?
But
so yeah.
if this ends, everybody, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. All right, so let's just go right down the line. We got me versus JT. Who you guys got there?
I think you're gonna ride high. I mean, you still got to buy. It looks like a position of buy your defense to flex in. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a close one. I mean, obviously Kirk goes up against Dallas, so you kind of want Kirk to do good. But other than that, like it's kind of up in the air. I mean,
Well, I guess like me and JL have to say we want Freddie to win because JT's the
I love
starter.
we got 10 minutes.
Oh, we can do this in 10
We're
minutes.
good.
Oh yeah.
I'll say this. I think my cousin's going to win, but I love my chances here. I mean, JT just lost Stephon Diggs, and not for the season for Brian Thomas, but could not play next week, and that could be huge for me. I could catch Team Swifty sleeping, and if everybody shows up and plays their part, we could be not looking down horrendous. So
I mean, Freddie, to be honest, like I really love your bench too. Like, Bateman can help out. Coleman's been doing well finally for the first time.
Yeah.
Myers is like technically number one still in Raider Nation since Devontae left.
And this past week was the first no, I'm sorry, second week that he has played. He was injured for a little bit, but he's hit double digits both of those weeks, so
yeah, so
that's clutch. John and Daddy doubles.
This shouldn't even be a discussion.
I mean, he's got Najee on the bye week, so he's got to flex in. I don't know. I guess he might flex in.
Oh, that's why it's so low right now. Okay.
I don't know. He might either flex in Lockett or Wandale, but
tell him who to flex in right now, John. Tell him what to do.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough.
You can't trade for Wandale Robinson and not play Wandale Robinson.
Exactly. That's what I did with Jaden Reed. Like he was part of the package with Saquon. Like I couldn't not play him, and then obviously Darnell Mooney goes off against him. Mooney's getting on the start list, obviously with now Godwin done and all that. But it's going to be a tough one. I mean, I'm still up in. It all depends on what happens with Jordan Love because if he's out, if there's even a slight chance he's out, I'm going to ride Mahomes this week. Even though obviously Love's been the better quarterback, but it'll be interesting.
What were we about to say?
Yeah, I learned never to ever pick against JL, like ever. Even though he is my fellow stepchild. And I did beat him this year. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good matchup between those two. Zach Webb's Higgins coming back because I think he was out last week. He has my boy Montgomery, who obviously did well for him this past week with I think another 2 touchdown day or 1 touchdown day. So
technically 2.
Yeah.
He's got an interesting choice though because he's got the Packers defense with Montgomery going. So.
And you also have the Mahomes Kelsey. JL has Mahomes. He has Kelsey Monday Night Football against Tampa Bay.
And against Tampa, yeah.
Ooh. Well, I'll say this, John. All Unagi jokes aside, I do like your team here. I think.
I mean, look at the background. Come on.
Yeah, for real. Look, JL strategically moved over a little bit. Let Ross do his thing.
Yeah.
No, John, I love the squad. The Kareem Hunt scoop was, that's gonna come down to be a huge thing.
As soon as I saw that he was getting signed, I was like, "Oh, I'm picking him up. I don't care if he's free agent right now."
They signed him to the practice squad first, didn't they?
Yeah, they had him on the practice squad just to get him like back into like the rhythm of it.
Right.
What's our time check?
Well played, my friend.
6.
Okay.
John, you can put Chris Godwin in your IR spot.
I do realize that now. Right? Yeah, this is like my first time actually tinkering with the lineup this week. I did put in.
I mean, who am I to question your methods? Both our teams are on wildly different trajectories.
And let's still hold on to Cam Akers in case Jones gets hurt, even though I traded Jones away.
JL is so good that he's not even worried about his roster.
Oh, like, it was. It was just I had an interview today, man. It was a busy day.
Oh. All right, what else we got here? Oh, we got King Henry and Suicide Watch.
That's a
Going
close
at it
matchup.
here.
I mean,
It's a
actually,
close
Zach's got a
matchup.
flex in the defense.
It's a close matchup, and I'm sorry, no, they are different divisions.
But even him putting Seattle's defense in, it's still going to be close. Like, that's going to be the most evenly matched game of the week, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it for sure.
I think I'm gonna go with Derek.
Yeah.
Especially because now that Flacco's throwing, I bet you Downs goes off this week.
Yeah. That I think Miami's gonna take another step and find a little rhythm. Josh Jacobs is in control. Bijan's gonna keep doing his thing. I'm pretty sure Bijan has like 3 weeks of 20 points in a row.
Which is good.
He does.
It's been bad for
He
him,
does.
obviously.
Take good care of my boy, Derek.
Yeah, he's at 3 weeks of 20 plus.
Who am I kidding? Derek's gonna flip Bijan like tomorrow. I think a big part of this too is on Zach Bear's team, Denver is quietly playing really good football. And I love it. I really liked Bo Nix coming into the season, just like from a fan perspective.
All right, Freddie. Let's stop with the Bo Nix talk, okay? Sorry.
I thought he was probably the most NFL ready quarterback. I had watched a couple of Oregon's games. I don't know. Something about Oregon. I love the culture there. I'm really drawn to that team. So like I like watching when they're on. Bo Nix just plays good football. And I think it's so funny that he reminds me so much of Drew Brees too, in stature, in play style. And here he is with Sean Payton. But it's cool to see them having success. And even though I'm talking about him, I brought this up for their defense, who, they've been playing really solid defense, and we'll see what Baltimore and Derrick Henry does with them. I feel like Baltimore hasn't found their stride, but they you kind of don't know what you're going to get from them week to week. They lose to the Browns, but they're going toe to toe with the Bengals, and the Eagles just murdered the Bengals. So like I don't know, but Denver's playing some good defense. I think Derrick Henry might be in for a challenge. I'm not going to say.
We got 2.5 minutes. Just a heads up.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to the last game. The Sulk Bus and CD's nuts.
We got 2 matchups left.
Oh, what's the second one?
Mine.
Oh shit! All right, let's do yours first, Turtle. Go ahead. What do you think? What do you got for yourself?
I'm just gonna say I've already said I'm playing Tyler. I'm already expecting an L. I'm gonna go in the week with an L. Yeah, that's the mindset,
I'm taking Tyler too, brother. I love you, but it's not looking good out here.
Thank you.
What you got there, John?
Yeah, I'd love to say I'm taking the Turtle, but after Tyler's team's performance last week, it's going to be tough. I mean, you never know. I mean, the Rams' defense isn't the same without Donald, so Walker might have a day. Other than that, I guess it's just going to come down to like the numbers and just like how everybody executes, because both teams are like evenly matched. Like you guys both flip flop on like who gets the better side on things, but it's tough. But I meant to say Tyler just on how he like played that his team played last week. I mean, you hope Hurts keeps it up this week, even though you're playing against them. But
yeah,
it's just tough.
It's all good. I'll take the L for the team, and then Eric versus Matt. Last one, real quick.
Yeah, a minute.
I got Matt. I got Matt. There's a lot of bye weeks happening.
Yeah.
Matt's team's firing right now.
You know what? I'm gonna take you, Eric. I got faith in you. Upset alert.
I would love an upset. Eric, you win this game. That would really help your brother out here in his comeback that he's working on. So go you. Think Matt's got it, though.
I think that's about it, guys. About to wrap up.
All right, cool.
Good luck, everybody.
Happy Unagi week.
Oh yeah.